high-class escort reveals the one thing man can't handle about her job. I'll give you a couple guesses about what they can't handle.
Probably a lot of the banging dudes.
So that's not it. So next guess.
Oh.
No, they actually
her confidence?
Probably think it's her confidence.
Is it her confidence? Is she too confident?
I think it's the confidence. So she's a high-class escort, successful creator with more than 10,000 followers on Instagram. She's making big bucks for her niche profession, but finding a man secure enough to accept her situation isn't easy. So the big problem is some of these guys aren't secure enough to date. She says her success hasn't been a selling point to men.
Yeah, her whole thing, yeah.
And has found being a financially independent businesswoman intimidates them.
Yes, businesswoman. That's good shit. Yeah, because I guess the problem is men don't see you as a businesswoman. I guess technically you are a businesswoman.
Yeah, I guess that it doesn't even matter what business. They're just like, this is sort of like white male rage again. It was like, fucking just can't stand when women have a business.
Businesswomen actually, now that I think about that is a stretch though, because you would never call like Tiger Woods a businessman. I mean, he uses his body to make an income as a.
You might say he's also a businessman.
Yeah, you could say his.
I'd more say he's a business.
He's a businessman. Maybe he's not the best example, but a golfer, a professional golfer.
I know what you mean.
You're not a businessman. You're an athlete. I'd be closer to calling her an athlete than.
I mean, she gets the way she gets those legs behind her head for
That's what I'm saying.
the price is right.
That's what I'm saying. For the money and the use of her body, if you want to be
completely honest, she might be. Also probably worked with Tiger Woods.
She's well acquainted with Tiger.
She might be well acquainted with the Mr. Woods empire.
I mean, it pains me to say this, but she looks like she's a little too hot for Tiger.
This girl.
Tiger likes to slum it, unfortunately.
Nothing wrong with that, dude.
No, but
I have 3 university degrees, a professional license, and multiple investment properties. Needless to say, I'm successful, more educated, and wealthier than most men I meet. So she's having really trouble figuring out what the problem is.
Yeah. Maybe don't bring up any of this.
Well, she knows it's not the sex with the other dude. She's already concluded that it's not this.
She goes, that was the first thing I crossed off.
She goes, no, I thought that too. It turns out it's not that. You go, how did you conclude it? You go, I just thought about it more. I just figured it out
and go, what would anybody have an issue with here? So not that.
It wasn't that.
Probably the investment. You know what? People don't like landlords right now.
Hate
she goes, maybe it's because I'm like a landlord to like multiple people, and landlords kind of have a stink on them, especially with all this squatter stuff. Must be the landlord. People don't like landlords.
They don't like university degrees as well because they know that I had to pay for that where I should have got it for free, sort of thing. You know what I mean? There should be free tuition for all, and I'm sort of the old guard where we're still paying for it. And I didn't even have to take a loan out for it too, so you can tell that just pisses people off.
Just pay for it straight with her businesswoman earnings.
And you're like, how many guys did you have sex with? You go, 3 last night, but again, not that.
She goes, 3, yes, but I made like $5,000, so it's not going to be that. I mean, I understand if I made $500, there could be some issue there, but...
Yeah, so it's not that. And you go, where were you 2 nights ago? And you like blew a dude for $1,000. Now, I think it might be the professional business license that they have a problem with.
Is it your accreditation is the problem, or?
Yeah, and you go, what about the day before that? You go, blew a couple guys, couple grand. But anyways, we're talking about what guys might not like.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.